Today's how to build is on Minecraft Enderman in many sizes. Since this is a little bit of a lengthy video, I'm giving you the opportunity to skip ahead to see the Enderman that you want to build. So just click on which one you want and you'll jump ahead to that point in the video. Or if you want, you can just watch it straight through and hear all of my wonderful ramblings. If you haven't already seen it, you may want to go watch my previous LEGO Minecraft video where I show how to build Steve, a creeper, and grass blocks in various sizes. I also explain sort of the background behind why I'm building in all these different sizes. So it's a good starting point that you may want to watch before jumping into Enderman. So for this tiny Enderman, we're going to start with a 1x1 black plate at the bottom. Then we're going to get one of these 1x1 Technic bricks with a hole through it. Put that on top. And then we're going to take two black minifigure hands out of the arms and stick them into the holes in this Technic brick to make tiny Enderman arms. For the head, I'm going to do a purple 1x1 round plate, or stud as some people like to call it, and then a black 1x1 tile. That gives you the sense of the sort of purple Enderman eyes. So I like this little Enderman. Again, this is to go with my tiny Steve, which I think is more to the scale of the Minecraft sets than the actual Micro Steve, as well as the little grass block here. So I'm making my Endermen to be about 3 blocks tall, which is close enough to their actual height for me. If you want the Enderman to actually hold a grass block, you can take a little bit of putty, stick it on the tiny grass block, and stick it to the hand. Ideally, you'd have the putty be the same color as his hand or the block, but you can also just turn it to one side so you can't see it. So that's a little Enderman. If you want to have him have his angry face on for when Steve looks at him, you can take one of these 1x1 plates with a clip, stick it in the bottom of the head, and then he's sort of got his scary face on. An alternate way to build a Minecraft Enderman at this scale uses one unofficial Lego piece. So, but I like it because it makes the Enderman a little bit skinnier. So, most important piece here to start with is this nozzle piece here in black. And then I'm going to take one of these brick arms monopods, which my favorite brick arms piece because I don't like guns. Looks like a little hand, but it's got the thicker thing. So you put that on there, that makes it into a little cross beam. Then we're going to take minifig hands, black again, to be his arms. Stick them on the two sides there. Then for the feet, I'm just using a 1x1 round. Obviously, it'd be great if he could have two separate feet, but at this scale, it's hard to really get that. And then for the head, I like on this one actually the 1x1 black plate with a 1x1 tile as opposed to the purple. Though you could always go with the purple if you so want. Could even give him the scary head. But I like that Enderman as well. A little thinner, more to the Enderman style, but either one might be a nice little addition to your tiny Minecraft world. Now for an Enderman that's the scale of the Steve from the Minecraft set, so micro size, I'm again making the Enderman be about 3 blocks tall. 1x1 black plate with a 1x1 black brick. On top of that, 1x1 black brick with stud on two sides. For the head, we're going to do a 1x1 plate in black with a 1x1 round in purple, and then a 1x1 black tile on the top. So that makes him just that much taller than Steve. And then I have two different options here for the arms. A more precise Minecraft look might be to do these 1x2 tiles on the side here. It's very blocky and rectangular. Another option, if you want to get his arms to be super thin, You could do these sort of antenna pieces on the side here. This is a nice creepy look with the thin arms there, but a couple different options there. So obviously one downside of this Enderman is that his legs are just one big block there, which is fine. I mean, that's how Steve's are. But if you want an Enderman that looks a little more precise, here's a different way you could do it. So the key piece here is a 1x1 with these round peg on the side. On top of that, we're going to do a 1x1 with a clip on the side. And on the bottom, we're going to do a clip facing the other way. For the legs here, we're going to do two 1x2 tiles. So there you've got the nice thin legs. For the arms, I'm going to take this sort of black gun slash fire hose piece and stick it into the clip facing backwards here and forwards here. So you can't make his arms go forward really well. You can sort of do it this way, but it looks weird. So basically the Enderman, in order to get him at this scale to have thin legs, you lose the ability of his arms to move forward. So it's sort of a trade-off. And the way that we attach the head, which again is going to be black plate 1x1, round purple 1x1, and smooth black tile on the top. It's with one of these minifig neck to back pieces in black. So that's going to fit right on the top here, and then you're going to be able to attach the head to the top. Now for both of these, if you want to make him have the scary mouth, that's just going to be a 1x1 with the clip on the side that goes horizontally, and that can replace the head there, and then chase Steve. I also did a couple other variations of the Enderman at this scale. I'll show you real quickly. So this one is again going to start with the 1x1 with the round thing with two pegs on the side, and then do another one right below that. The legs are again going to be two 1x2 tiles in black coming off the this peg here. Then we're going to put two 1x1 black plates on this bottom side peg. Across the top here, we're going to do a 1x2 plate. For the arms, we're going to do a 1x3 tile. If you don't have 1x3 tiles, you could also do this with 1x3 plates. It'll look a little blockier, but got to use what you have. So that is, I think, a sleeker, more Enderman-like body. Again, to attach the head, we're going to use the same minifig neck to back piece and use the same head construction as we used for the last one. Black plate, purple round, black tile. Now this one is very tall compared to this Steve, so it's not really to the same scale, but that was basically as small as I could get an Enderman with sort of thin arms and legs. So maybe not to scale with that Steve, but also might be cool just for having a cool little Enderman on your desk if you don't care about the scales. One last sort of version of an Enderman I did at this scale. Take one of these T-bar pieces. They only really come in gray. And then we're going to take these robot arms that are straight. I think they're on some skeletons. Clip on 4 of them, like so. So you've got 2 arms and 2 legs. Make the legs be able to stand up on Lego, and also to make them just a little bit taller. Take a 1x1 with a clip on the top. This is an unofficial Lego connection right here. You have to sort of force it, and then do the same thing on the other leg. And then you're going to have to get them side by side, you're going to have to finesse it a little bit. And then for the head here, I'm going to take a 1x1 brick, stick a Technic half peg in the bottom, and then stick that onto the top. So little full of leg for an Enderman, and got the gray stuff in the middle, but you know, again, it all depends on what pieces you have and what effect you're going for. So this could work for some of you as an Enderman, which is why I'm showing it. So now we're on to the minifig scale Enderman. So again, this is the scale I made that goes with sort of a 2x2 by 5 plate tall Lego cube and a minifig size Steve. So this is going to be a key piece here. So this is a 1x1 black brick with stud on 2 sides. You could also use one that had stud on 4 sides. It just won't look as nice. So you're going to take 2 of those and connect them. You'll notice I'm making them face upside down right here. That'll become clear in a minute. I'm going to put a 1x1 tile, everything in black here, down there. Then for the legs of the Enderman, we're going to do a 1x4 tile, a 1x4 tile. For the arms, we're going to do a 1x1 black plate first, 1x1 black plate, and then a 1x4 tile. So this, the reason I did it that way instead of this way is I think it just leaves a nice little space here for the head to be able to move without getting in the way of the arms. So that was my decision there. For the head, we're going to build this upside down. So take a 2x2 plate, put 2 purple studs into it, put a 1x2 plate, and then I'm going to use a 2x2 plate with 1 stud in the center in black. If you don't have that, I'll show you an alternate method in a minute. But stick that in for the head, and you've got an Enderman. Now you can sort of get him to stand by sticking his legs around 2 studs like that in a base plate. You can also make them squish together around 1, or just you know, put putty on his feet, or do other things to make him stand. Nice thing about this is he can hold very well a Minecraft grass block, which is what Endermen like to do when they're not chasing Steve. To make its head angry, take a 2x2 plate with a 1x2 clear plate, stick it on here, and then rebuild the top of the head here. So that gives us sort of an angry head. Rawr. I'll get you, Steve. No! Alternate way to make the head, if you don't have one of these nice 2x2 plates with 1 stud in the center, build the head sort of normal side up. So this is our 2x2 plate with the purples and the 1 black 1x2. Put a 2x2 tile on the top, and put a Technic half pin in the bottom, and then stick that into there. So this, you can see the gray a little bit, but it still works pretty well. And then the same thing if you want to give it an angry face, just sort of do a 2x2 plate with a 1x2 clear tile, and then it's got angry teeth. Rah, Enderman. And now finally for the 3x scale Enderman. So we're going to use a 1x1 black brick with 2 studs on the side, again, as the central point. Again, it's going to be upside down. So we're going to put a 1x1 black tile on top and flip it upside down. The legs here are going to be 1x6 tiles, keeping it nice and thin. Then we're going to use one of my favorite pieces, jumper plate in black. Connect it up. Set the legs aside for a second. For the body, we're going to use 2 1x1 black bricks with a stud on one side. Nice little piece here. Connect them with a jumper plate. Put 2 Technic half pins in the bottom there, and then connect it up to the legs. For the arms, depending on what the look you want for your Enderman, you could just go with a 1x6 here if you want it to be super thin. Just hang it off the stud there. Another thing you can do to make the arms hang off a little bit wider is to take a 1x2 jumper plate, stick it on the stud on the side there, do that on both sides, and then stick your 1x6 tiles outside of that. Makes the arms hang out just a little bit wider, which I think looks a little better. Also helps for holding around the 3x3 grass block. The other thing, then we're going to build the head here. Take 2 2x2 plates, stick them together. Then a 1x2 plate, 2 purple circles, 2x2 black plate, and a 2x2 black tile to top it off. And this all goes on top. And we've got our lovely creepy Enderman. You can make the Enderman stand up by putting the tiles between studs on a base plate like that. The wider arms with the jumpers are perfect for holding a grass block here, though it's really too heavy, so I usually connect it with putty if I wanted to have him hold it there. But it's a nice fit. Or you could just go back to the thinner arms if that's the look you prefer and you're not going to have him be holding grass blocks. Last thing is the head for when it's a creepy face. So we're going to take off this bottom 2x2 plate. Put on 2 1x1 plates with clip on top, a 1x2 clear brick on the back, and then attach the top of the head so it's got the creepy teeth up there. If you look at the Enderman in Minecraft, when it yells at you like that, its head does sort of float above its jaw a little bit, so I thought that was a good look for the Enderman. There, he can chase Steve. Oh no, I'm being chased by an Enderman. I'm going to get you, Steve. Enderman. So I timed the release of this video to sort of coincide with the new Minecraft sets, the Nether and the Village. My thought is that the next Minecraft mobs I could tackle, making into different sizes, would be the ones from these sets. So let me know in the comments you'd prefer to see the stuff from the Village, which includes a pig, a villager, and a zombie, or the ones from the Nether, the Ghast and the zombie pigmen and the Nether Gate. Which of those you'd like to see me do in different scales first, and that'll be my priority for the next LEGO Minecraft How to Build video I do. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more fun LEGO videos.